you're having a good night. I am getting ready to do some packing. So just chill a little night doing some packing. Hopefully show you guys some things that you have never seen before. Or if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. But we have 15 sales in the last 24 hours. So I'm happy with that. 15 sales the last 24 hours, which is more than 1% of my store. As you guys know, I like to sell at least 1% of my store every day. Let's see, packing. So we're getting everyone on the interwebs going tonight. So packing items. Again, we are going to be packing up. But before I pack up, I want to say what's up, give people a chance to come in. If you're just coming in, let me know you're in here so I can say hi. So I can say hi to you. So welcome in, welcome in. Say hi to me. I'll say hi to you so I know you're coming in. Thanks for stopping in. Again, we're going to do packing what sold. What sold on eBay today? Packing sold items. Even though they're all, I feel like it's sold items sounds like it's a whole bunch of hard goods too. But thanks for likes. All right, everyone. So we're going to do some packing. Let's do the first item that sold for me. Actually, yeah, this one's later. That just sold. I just sold a cool shirt. But first item that sold for me today. So again, this was within the last 24 hours. Within the last 24 hours. What's up, Blended? Yeah. Surfs late night surfs. It's like it's got my red light district. It's my blue light district over here. But why am I talking like that? Carbon to cobalt. Carbon to cobalt. I'm gonna flip you guys around so you can see. Mirror it. There you go. So carbon to cobalt again. I sell these often. So there you go up there if you can see it. Carbon to cobalt. And this brand sells for me. And I'm just going to keep selling it. As long as it sells for me, I'm going to keep selling it. $22.99. And it's not a small sale. Like $22.99 is a decent sale to me. Again, buyer pay shipping for all my items. I buy these things for $4 or $5. So carbon for cobalt sells, and it's a short sleeve. Again, everything I'm going to show you tonight, if it's a short sleeve or a or bathing suit or shorts or whatever, I'm giving myself some high fives, some clicks, some claps, whatever. In sign language, this is clapping. So I'm giving myself some claps. So what's up, Flippin' Nurse? How you doing? Glad you are on. Have a question. Do you know anything about Vendu? I actually don't, Jennifer. I do know that it's a crossless platform. I do know a lot of people use it and like it. There's Vendu and List Perfectly, and there are people that I follow that like both. So there are people that I follow that like both. So I don't actually list anywhere but on eBay. So I'm just an eBay seller. So I don't know anything about Vendu. But thank you. They come in. I froze. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with this packing. I don't know. Drag here to delete. Yeah, I want to get rid of that. Let's get rid of that thing. All right. So we sold that carbon to cobalt for $22.99. Again, I print out all my stuff on my Bluetooth, on my not my Bluetooth, but my label printer. So label printer, have it all out. It's the best investment ever. What's up, Amy D? What's the other app? So what I use is Auto Posture. I use Auto Posture to help my sales on eBay make the sales. What's up, Felix? So I use Auto Posture to help make the sales happen. I'll let you know if I have an Auto Posture sale. This sold for $22.99, so I know that's my priced item. Right now, anything over $20, I have, thanks for the hot dog, 8% off. Anything over $20 in my store. So I use Auto Posture. It's $35 a month. It's awesome. I feel like I should pay $400 for it, but I don't. Pay $35. If you're interested, I have a link in my bio or my link tree, wherever you are on YouTube, Facebook, wherever. Thermal printers are for nerds. That is not true. Thanks for all the gifts, guys. You don't need to give me any gifts. I love my thermal printer. It's the best thing ever. Buried. So thanks for everything. Here you go. Picked up a couple. What's up, Mike? I picked up a couple Bugatti Yomo shirts today. They look decent. Yeah, Kaylee, I think, picked up one yesterday. It was a polo, and it had crazy print. I haven't picked up one of those since the beginning of time. I haven't picked one of those up for a while. A lot of them look just like Robert Graham. Like, you're going to think it's a Robert Graham, and they'd be like, oh, dang, it's not a Robert Graham. But right here, do not do what I do. just because it's risky, but do what I do, maybe. I don't know. Here is a Tommy Bahama pair of shorts. Normally, I do not touch Tommy Bahama with a 10-foot pole, buried treasures. But these are the golf. These have that stretchy waistband, that really stretchy waistband, Tommy Bahama, and they're nylon spandex. So nylon spandex, Tommy Bahama. I do pick these up whenever I see them. They come in shorts, they come in pants. These are some of the only shorts and pants I pick up. $18.99, full price for those, full asking price. So what's up, Mar? Hey there, hey there. I love my laser printer. Hey, to each their own. I have a laser printer right down there. I have both. And I have a pen too if I need to write. If everything fails, I have a pen to write an address on. So we have all sorts of backup over here. All sorts of backup. So 20 whatever 99. This one was $18.99. Both of them were my asking price. No auto posture on those. Screen is black. Can only see comments. Huh. Is it for everyone else too? I can only see you guys in comments. So I don't know. How's it look for everyone else? Let's see. Next item. Looks fine for me. I can see you. Thanks. We'll do this. All right. Fine here. Thank you. All right, cool. Let's go to the next item. I always tell you guys and remind myself, anything that is a Nike or any type of good line and it has Mickey Mouse on it. I don't care if it's a Mickey Mouse head. This is a Disney cruise line. So I went on a Disney cruise and these were like $100 on the ship, something crazy like that. So this is a Disney cruise line polo shirt by Nike. If it did not have this Disney cruise line, I'd be lucky to get 17 plus shipping. Lucky to get that. This sold for $36.99 plus buyer pay shipping on this. $36.99. So that logo doubled my money. So it's fine. Okay, good, Mike. Thank you for letting me know. What's the jazz hands? So I taught special needs and I had a lot of students that were hard of hearing or deaf. And this is what we did for clapping. So instead of clapping, they can't hear it. So we did this, and that's like clapping for them. So they can see that, and that means like, good job. So that's what the jazz hands are for. But I know jazz hands from whatever movie that was in like the 90s. Jazz hands or spirit fingers, one of the two. But yeah, Mickey Mouse. Everyone loves the mouse. Most people do. The mouse has some stuff going on in Florida last year. I'm not even getting into that stuff, but I'm not doing it. Yeah, but $36.99. So pick that stuff up. And thank you guys for the follow. Appreciate that. Saw some people following. Thank you. It's a sign language interpreter. I'm a sign language interpreter. Okay, Christmas. A lot of sign language connections, like within my family and friends and everything, teachers, deaf school stuff. First time here. What's up, Carrie? Thanks for coming in. Found you from Kway. Thinking about selling on eBay to declutter my house. Yep. My thoughts on mother-in-law downsizing. Yes. Best thing to do, I always tell people, if you want to start with just stuff around your house, because then you really don't have anything invested in it. You're not going to feel bad and get emotions, because anything when it comes to money and your emotions do not mix well. That's why people in the stock market and trading, emotions can take a hold and ruin. I know from experience. Buying things at the store and trying to resell them online and getting hosed will get you emotional. So selling stuff around the house was the best thing to do. I appreciate you coming in here doing that. Say what? Yep, my father was deaf. Yep. One of our best family friends, their mother and father were deaf, and she was full of hearing, and so she taught at the deaf school. Imagine a Maui, Hawaii tea would bring now. Oh, I know. That's a Hawaiian flag. And again, I did not put that up because of the wildfires. Heart goes out to people in Maui. But my wife and I went to Hawaii, all 4 islands for a honeymoon. So love the islands. I mean the Mickey thing. Oh, yeah, I know. That's crazy. What's up, Big Apple Picker? So here's a pair of Prana jeans. These have been listed in my store since last season, so last fall and winter, and they just sold, which makes sense because people are going to be starting to buy jeans now. So September 1st, I will start listing all my fall, all my winter items starting September 1st. So anything that I have that is summer and spring, I'll put on pause. That I still have, I'll put on pause, and I'll start hoarding all that stuff until March 1st. So right now I have probably 1,000 pieces at least fall and winter to sell. So these Prana jeans sold $22.89. These were an auto posture sale. I don't price anything at $89, so they're probably priced at $23.99 or something like that. These are an auto posture sale, and I shipped these off in a padded flat rate. Yeah, I do all my jeans. I do almost all my jeans in one of these padded flat rate envelopes, free from the Postal Service office. They'll send it right to your house. So I just make an account online. I get I probably have 8 boxes. They come in a box like this. So they come in a box like this. I have 8 of these. And look how skinny these are. So I'm packing. Do you ever pick up scrubs? Yes. So I like picking up figs. Actually, I have a bag right here. So 1,000 unlisted M1. Yes, 1,000 unlisted. I can talk a little bit more about that in detail too in a second. Let me get this label on these Prana jeans. Prana jeans aren't my favorite. Prana hiking pants are my favorite. Prana nylon type of pants, men or women or shorts, do really well. Hold on for a second. This whole bag right here, this is a big bag, full of figs and Janelle. So have not even listed any of them. So figs, all this is figs, and the Janu, however you say it. There it is right there. So yes, I sell scrubs, Janu, and supposedly on Poshmark or something, they're getting banned or whatever, but on eBay, they're not. So that's one of the bags. But I can talk about what I do. How many winter items will you list a day starting September 1st? As many as I can. So right now, I've been listing about 15 or so items a day. But I actually plan on probably doing less thrifting and more listing here starting September 1st, because I want to get a lot of that stuff pushed out when people are buying it. Because towards the end of the season, like right now, people aren't buying as much summer stuff. It's still selling. I have stuff that are still selling, but that's how it goes. Do you have silver tabs for sale? Thinking about going back to the 90s? Yeah. So I have, what do you ask? I have a whole box. So people always ask my my inventory system. So I have a whole box over here full of Levi's new with tags. Most of them are silver tab. So they're reissued silver tab. Most of these are all silver tab in here. So a box full of Levi's silver tab. I'm just going to put those down for now. Let's see. What sell-through rate do you look for when you pick up an item? Because I've been doing this for 8 years with clothing, pretty much I know it's going to sell. I just know it's going to sell for what I want to sell it for within 90 days, or if it's a winter item within 90 days during that season, vice versa. Sirs, do you pay your shipping labels? Do I pay for shipping labels? So the buyer pays shipping, but yes, I do pay for these. They come in so with my label printer, my thermal printer, I use these tubes right here, and they come with 200, but it's a write-off at the end of the year. So I write off all my goods, all my products, anything I use. Like I have 2 lights right here that I got. Even that right there is part of my business. The Source Up sign, all that will be written off at the end of the year. I keep track of everything I buy. And especially with Amazon, it's super easy to keep track of that stuff, because at the end of the year, I just go through, it'll show me everything. I just list it and type it all out. I didn't think you could use U.S. priority flat rate shipping supplies on eBay. Yeah. Yep, you totally can. You can use any supplies you want on eBay. eBay, you can use flat rate. Yeah, I use flat rate. I use these Tyvek. You'll be seeing me using these here in a few minutes, these shoe boxes. So you can use priority anything on eBay. The question about 1,000 listings, M1. So, or 1,000 items unlisted. Yes. So it took me about 3 or 4 years. I was doing it part-time. I was a teacher, and about 3 or 4 years to be able to sell seasonally. So I was able to build up enough inventory and bankroll where I could hoard that stuff and not have to sell it to pay my bills. And I was able to keep that process going on. So I've been doing that for about 4 years. So 4 or 5 years now, I've been doing seasonal selling. It's working great for me, but it took time to bankroll that kind of like money. So I have, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of inventory just sitting. Where's Shelby? I think she's working on designing a cake, Casey. She's got a cake she's going to be doing. Why can you get them for free? So you can get these for free from USPS as long as you're shipping it out. So these are padded flat rate. As long as they're doing a padded flat rate envelope, you get these for free. Now, if I'm sending out if I'm using this and it's going first class, they'll charge me for the first class and they'll charge me for this. So you have to send it as it's supposed to be sent. None of these priority things are flat rate except for this that I'm using, and I have a flat rate envelope. These are just priority boxes. So as long as you put in the weight and that you're shipping it priority, it's free from the Postal Service. That's a good thing about them. Do you look for 50% off or more if not known brand, will sell fast? There are very few brands, and not to be cocky or anything, but there are very few brands now that I don't know, except for in the women's section. I'm definitely venturing over there. So that section is a little bit tougher for me, but there are very few brands I don't know. So you're talking about a 50% or less sell-through rate. It depends. So yes, if there is a military jacket from the 50s, that's a tough one. You're not going to see a really good sell-through rate because there aren't going to be a whole lot listed. But I just know that's a collectible item, and buying it for $5.99, it's going to sell. So you just kind of have to know your items. You can also go to Google and see if that item's sold on other platforms. So it will show Poshmark, it will show eBay, it will show all sorts of stuff. I guess that makes sense. But I'd be scared of having that much backlog list at once. Yeah, it takes me all winter. So basically, I put all my spring and summer aside, like vice versa. So now I'll be able to just take all those totes and list it all through winter. So right now, if something were to happen like a pandemic, which has happened like once every 100 years, if that were to happen, I'd be able to list stuff from now until probably February without having to source. So it's almost like insurance. What's up, our Arizona pickers? What laser printer do I use? A Dymo 4XL. They don't make them anymore, but it's awesome. I freaking love the thing. So thanks for coming in, guys. I love the Dymo, but I do have one on my Linktree that is very affordable. I would probably get it if I didn't have this. These were expensive when I first bought them. Now you can get a good thermal printer for like $100, and I have one linked to my Linktree that a lot of people use. How much do you list Figs bottoms for? If they're just the bottoms, usually around $18 to $20, unless they're a jogger and have really nice pockets and are a cool color. So if they're just basic blue, not a jogger, no cargo pockets, $18. If they're a cool color, cargo pockets, and the jogger at the bottom, maybe around 22 or something just for the bottom. Sets sell better. How often do you hit the bins versus regular thrift? I don't go to the bins very often. I like to since I'm by myself all the day and I go thrifting all day long by myself. Thanks for the corn, Arizona. I like to do little challenges. So I've been filming myself. I'm going to do another one here soon where it's like the thrift stores versus the bins. So I'm going to spend 3 or 4 hours at thrift stores and 3 or 4 hours at the bins and see which one wins. So I don't go to the bins very often. Thanks for the question, though. I know, silly. That's why you sent them to you. I know. Can you write off gas for sourcing items? Yes, TikToker. So you can write off your mileage. So if you're going to be doing a 1099 and to IRS and everything, you better be keeping track of your mileage because yeah, you can do mileage, whatever it is right now. It might be like 62 cents a mile this year. It changes every year, 54 cents. I don't know, whatever it is. Yeah, your mileage. And I put a ton of miles on my car. You guys know I can't go to one thrift store and get all my stuff. I have to go to a ton of thrift stores. So I make bank when it comes to mileage. I keep track of all that. What's up, Katie? Thanks for popping in. Let me get to the next sale. I love answering questions though, but I also want to show you guys what's selling. So this brand right here, I still pick up. It used to do really well, but I pick it up. You guys know me if you follow me long enough. I pick it up in certain things, like these corduroy pants. You don't see them very often, so I picked them up. The brand is Duluth Trading Company. So Duluth Trading, I really like to pick these up in the fire hose, like cargo. They have a ton of cargo pants, cargo shorts, dry on the fly, the nylon shorts, the nylon pants, any big heavy jackets I like. The flannels don't do as well as they used to, but these right here sold for $22.22. Perfect example of seasonal selling. These have sat since last season. These have sat since last winter and fall. I haven't had a single, obviously, they've been sitting. I haven't had an offer or anything on them, but fall's right here, and guess what's selling? Fall items, $22.22. And that's going in just a flat rate envelope. The gas also, no. So you can't do gas also. It's just, you can only write off your miles. So whenever you have a business, you do your mileage, and your mileage will cover it's supposed to cover your gas, the wear on your car, the oil changes, the tires, everything. So it actually, if you think about it, comes out better. 62 cents per mile is what it is. So it comes out better. You just have to keep track of it. Well, thanks, Carolyn. And actually, before I went full time, well, I had the idea of, I had a Prius for a long time. I had 2 Priuses. But then I actually got an electric car. So I drive an electric car now. So I get to write off my mileage on my electric car, and I charge it at my house. And this is where my office is. So I get to write a big piece of my electric bill off. So I was kind of smart talking to my CPA. So get a really good CPA. Speaking of, Carol Ann's in here. Get a really good CPA, and they can really help you out. So like I said, I have an electric car. I get to write off my mileage, and then I get a portion of my electric bill written off at my house, and I've never charged my car anywhere but my house. It has 19,000 miles on it. I've never charged it anywhere but my house, and I bought it last October. It's a ton of miles. Patrick are getting these pants. So again, we sold 15 items. Good tax guy. Yeah, I don't get a ton of tax advice, but I just tell you what I know for sure. That I know for sure. You can get, if you write your mile, if you're doing a 1099, be sure to keep track of your miles, because you can do your mileage on your car. You're not going to win with the West Side Indy bins. That's where I went, Daniel. You must know where I went then. Yeah, I went to the West Side Indy bins. Everyone tells me I need to go to the Shadeland bins, but they're very, very congested. I don't know. I'm not a bins person. I used to go to Georgetown. Everyone else is like, what is this dude talking about? Is there an app to track mileage? Yes, there is an app, but I don't use it because I was used to doing it with education. I knew my routes. So I just have my routes, and I know how many miles that is per week. Mayonnaise Dymo printer, work Dymo labels. Used thermal printers don't work. Gotcha. You guys are answering others' questions. Thank you. Do you have a tax exemption number? I could, but I don't. I don't. Is it a Tesla? Yes, it's a Tesla. Yep, I bought a Tesla. And you can actually get some really good deals right now. If you're into one, you can get a Model 3 for I think like $30,000. And they're really not a lot of cars that you can get for $30,000 right now. So that's not what I have. But I think you can get, like, with the tax incentives of the government and everything. I don't know for sure. You have to look into it. When you list, can you limit how the item is shipped? So yeah, on eBay, you decide how you ship the item. So I really only have 4 ways of shipping my item. I ship it ground, whatever it is, ground advantage. It was first class for forever. They just changed it to ground advantage. If it's under £1, that's one way I do it. And in my listing, I just click on that box. I do all my listings from my phone. So I literally click on that box for ground. If it's more than £1 and it can fit in one of these padded flat rate, like jeans, I'll do it that way. I have it as padded on my listing under a shipping. So I just click the padded instead of the ground. If it's more than a pound, I do it priority box like this. I just click priority box and I put in the weight. Let me see. How do you get to be an eBay store? You just purchase a store. Simply go to eBay and you can purchase a store. There's many different size stores you can use. I love the questions, guys. Bring them. Keep bringing them. There's a lot of different sizes you can use, different store sizes. Mine, I believe, is the like 59. I didn't know it until recently. It's like $59 a month. So what's up, Leatherman? What's up, Leatherman? I'm going to call you that from now on. Go to Greenwood or up north. What's up north? Shadeland? Is that what you're talking about? I'm definitely not going to Greenwood. I'm not going down to the south side. How about your lease car payment for tax write-off? No, Wayne. So Carol Ann's in here. Carol Ann, here you go. I'm going to pin her. If you have tax questions, Carol Ann will answer those questions for you. Advantage to eBay store versus eBay account. I'll tell you that in a second. But thank you for the bird, Leatherman. Caroline will tell you, the question is the lease, your car payment. No. So you can either do, if your car is strictly, I'll let her tell you, but I'm pretty sure if your car is strictly for business, like I bought my car strictly for business, you can either write off the car over the course of 5 years, something along those lines, or write off your mileage, and your mileage will cover all your car expenses. So that's how that is. You don't get your car for free pretty much, but if you put a lot of miles on it, a lot of wear and tear or whatever, yeah. And what I'm doing, I'm pretty much almost making my car payment with what I'm doing. So I thought about that before I bought it. Like I said, car prices are still high since the pandemic. They are. Actually, I know a lot. I have done finance for the last 4 years. I really research, I read, I listen all the time. So yeah, it's car prices, homes, everything are still extremely high. Inflation, they say, has come down certain areas, but home prices are super expensive. Car prices are high, and obviously everyone knows rate increases have increased interest rates. So interest rates are super high right now too. So cars are unaffordable kind of right now, unless you have cash. Good evening. Where are you located at? What's up? What's up, everybody? Courtney, I am in Indianapolis, Indiana. Advantage to an eBay store, versus a standard eBay account. When I switched, actually, I saw someone the other day. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Thanks, Trouble, with the person called Daily Refinement. He's been on since 2017. I actually started before him, and he came on the scene, so I've watched his process, and it's been really interesting. I listened to him the other day, and he said, you should, if you're serious about listing on eBay, you should go ahead and start a store right away. I haven't heard that from anybody until him the other day, and he's been doing it since 2017. So he said, if you're serious about doing eBay, you should go ahead and start a store now. I always tell people, get a store once it makes sense financially. So when your fees and your insertion fees and everything are more than what a store costs, you should buy a store, because with a store, you also get special privileges, like you get $50 off shipping fees or shipping supplies and stuff every quarter. Do you have to be a store to write off taxes? No, you don't have to have a store. Talk to Carol Ann. She'll be able to think. Yeah, you guys are already talking to her. If it's a lease, your payments deductible. There you go. She's talking to you. If it's a lease, your payments are deductible if you own it. Use mileage and interest on the loan. There you go. Yes. So like if you have a car payment, I think you can your interest on that you can write off. But Carolyn will help you with that. Cool, me too. I'm located in Brazil, Indiana. Courtney, I know where Brazil is. So do you go thrifting? Brazil, Indiana is rural. I'm always curious to know how people in like more of a rural area do their sourcing. So I know Kokomo's not too far from you. It's like a 30-minute drive to the closest place. So, all right, Carolyn's in there. She's helping you guys all out. We'll get to the next sale. I have two things in here that are NFL. If you follow me on IG or Facebook, you know that I posted today this shirt. So I've been saying it the past like week or two. List the NFL and college stuff right now, and I'm going to keep preaching it. I keep selling it because I've done it for a while. I know this stuff will sell right now. This has been sitting for a while, but it's selling right now. Another thing I have too, because once your team starts not playing, once they suck, once your team sucks, and they will probably suck unless they're like that handful of teams, no one's going to buy this. And the Colts aren't looking real good this year, so I'm glad to get rid of this, and I'm a Colts fan. So $28.88 is what I sold this for. Paid $5. So get your college football stuff listed, get your NFL stuff listed. I actually picked up at Marshall's today a 3XL Under Armour Wabash, or not Wabash, Wisconsin polo. I'm gonna list that like ASAP. Yep, it's a small little town. I love it. Yep, I like small towns too. All right, Cooper, got that. Carmel, Indiana. Andy's from Indiana. All right, I have to drive to Columbus an hour. It's an hour plus drive. Yeah, I mean, love rural thrifts. I like rural thrift stores too, but there are also other places to thrift. You can thrift from your computer. Another guy that I used to watch all the time in 2015, I learned a lot of clothing from him. His name is Rake and Profit. He doesn't really do this anymore. He buys off of eBay and sells on Amazon. That's his whole business now. He went from doing what I'm doing to thrift stores suck and buying off of eBay and selling on Amazon. He does his whole thing. I don't know if you guys know him, but I used to watch him all the time. So if you're in a small town, there's other ways to source. Shoes. Oh my gosh, shoes. Just picked up a Peyton Manning and AJ Green jersey for $1. Yes, Peyton Manning jerseys will sell for the Broncos or for the Colts. I sell them often. What's up, Jen Meets World? Very true about football stuff. It's very true. Very true. Okay, I'm back. Good. Pretty good resale. I'm glad you are. Because this next item sold for $34.99. I actually sold these once before. So I don't know if these were on, because I haven't been doing lives like this very much. But I sold these once before. They got returned. They're just some Solomon women's Gore-Tex hiking shoes. They're not boots, but really good condition. Solomon. And the person, they didn't fit them well or whatever. And so if something sells once, it will sell twice. So just know that if you're new and someone wants to return because they don't like it or doesn't fit well, don't be bummed out because it will sell again. This probably sat for another 3 weeks and then sold again. So not a big deal if that happens. And what I do with my shoes, I literally put them in this shoebox that's free from the Postal Service, and I ship it out priority. And you can hear them bumping around in there. They're shoes. I don't know about you guys. When I get shoes, they bump around like that too in the mail. All right, let's see. Making sure it's going to the right person, which it is. So again, I pull stuff from my bins. I use my phone. I pull stuff from my bins, bring it in here, print off my labels, talk to you guys. Let me see. We moved to a small town in South Georgia from Tampa. Nice. Way better prices here. Yeah. So our metro area, the prices are kind of high, which doesn't make sense because I don't know. But it just depends. It depends where you are. Actually, literally in my city in Indianapolis, like it's half of our city, the Goodwills are priced differently than the other half. So it's how you are. Can see you sell the shoes for $5. Can see you sell the shoes for $5. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, Courtney? $34.99. Oh, did it say $5 on the bottom of the shoes? Yeah. So, well, shoot, these won't have it. Dang it. Hold on a second. This is something else I want to tell you guys. So whenever I buy shoes from the thrift store, like these Echo, you'll see the price on the bottom. So they used to not do that, but they do it now so people don't take the tag off and put it on different shoes. So these were $8. Yeah, you see that $8? I leave that on there. I don't even take that off. These are already listed. I never take that off. It never had an issue with it. Never people not buying it or anything like that. So I've never had an issue with that. But yeah, you're funny. Let's see. How were sales today? Pretty good. They were pretty good. 15 sales. When I was live thrifting today, I think I had like 4. And I think I was like, my sales are They turned up. So there we go. Oh shoot, I forgot to pull this next item. It's a FootJoy. It's that FootJoy right there. The little FootJoy right there for $18.88. Whoops. Yeah, a little FootJoy right there. Oh no, it's a Callaway. It's a Callaway. So I'm just gonna put that to the side. I'll pack that here in a second. And we'll go to the next one. Putting the kids to bed and stuff in between. You know how it goes. Do you get overwhelmed when you have to take photos and list stuff, large quantities? No, I try to not get overwhelmed. So my wife probably doesn't like, but I have a bin in our dining room that has stuff in it. So I'll go get some stuff out, take pictures, and then whatever I don't take pictures of, I go put it back. But no, taking pictures and listing is probably is for sure my least favorite thing. Taking pictures is my least favorite thing in this whole business. I love thrifting. I love talking to you guys. I like shipping. I don't mind any of that. Taking pictures is the least favorite thing. But if you just turn on some music or a podcast or whatever in the background, it's fine. Like I do it. It's fine. I'm used to it now. How many items do you have in your store right now? 1,300 something. 1,300 something. I want to talk about that in a second too. How many photos do you add for each listing? Not a ton. I'll show you. So here is a Surf's Up Method shirt right here. So this is just like an Easter egg. I actually just picked this up and listed it. It's like an Easter egg Brooks Brothers. So you see the little golden fleece right there. I'm gonna show you guys up there on Facebook. So the little golden fleece. Sorry, I changed the lighting. It's kind of weird. It's really weird. But the golden fleece right there. What I do is I take a simple screenshot. I do all my measurements in my pictures. So what saves me time is doing my measurements in my pictures so I don't have to write those down. So I'm literally holding the camera, picture of the length or the pit to pit, picture of the length, done with measurements. Flip it over, picture. That's it. So I don't have to write anything down as far as measurements go. But like that's my thumbnail photo. That's my thumbnail photo right there. So they just see the exact color, that just tells everyone what the colors are and everything else. But you can see I don't have that many pictures. Most pictures I ever put on a shirt, maybe 7. Usually it's 5 pictures per shirt. That sold for $17.77. 17 or $17.99, one of the two. And again, that $17.77, and this takes me 30 seconds to take pictures of and another 30 seconds to list. So it literally takes me 1 minute to list this item. 1 minute to list this item. Let's see. Because you are low prices, quick turnover. Low prices, quick turnover. Yeah, low prices do have quick turnover. Do you get? Oh yeah, no. You just added 0. Trying to catch up with everyone. That's what I do. Put a podcast. Washing stuff and pictures and listing is daunting. Yes, listing is daunting. I actually don't mind the listing part. Thanks for the corn. I don't mind the listing part. Just take pictures. Listing, I don't mind at all. Because I actually I've been doing other stuff too. I'm gonna tell you about it. So I'm always trying to think about how I can streamline the process. Because I source so many items, I kind of right now have the luxury of like what I want to source and what I don't. So for example, yesterday I was kind of proud of myself because there was an Eileen Fisher blouse top, whatever. See, I don't know exactly what it was called, but it's Eileen Fisher. It was a good size, extra large, pure silk, and I left it behind for $5. Why? Because that's going to take me probably 5 to 6 to 7 minutes to list it. I don't want to take pictures of it. I don't want to try to find one just like it. I just don't like doing that. I'd rather sell 3 of those Tommy Bahamas and make the same amount of profit and list those in 6 minutes. That's just how I am right now. If it comes to a point, of course, I would get it. If it came to the point where I needed items, I'd get it. Oh, thanks for the shirt up. Yeah, thank you. I like that sign too. Do you take a ton of pictures and post afterwards? Yes. So here's your other NFL item. I don't know if you knew it, but Darius Rucker, I guess, has a collab with the NFL. So Darius Rucker, Pearl Snap Steelers, NFL. Thanks, got it for the corn. I put corn on here specifically because it's Indiana and it's the fair and they have corn and it's awesome. But here's another NFL. So second piece tonight, NFL item that sold. Again, the Steelers or Colts aren't good in about 4 weeks after the season start. None of these things are going to sell until next year when everyone thinks they're going to be good again. Just know it. Know it. I know it. I know when the Colts are not good. I don't want anything to do with them. I still watch the games, but I'm just saying. Yeah, the research takes time. I don't like it. I want to enjoy it. You know what? I gave up my 9 to 5 because I want to do what I like to do. And I've been noticing, like, when I pick up certain clothing, like certain women items, I just don't like listing them. So I'm like, I'd rather not and find a couple more of those other shirts or whatever. It takes me the same amount of time to list it. Mary Jo. But again, if I'm in a pinch and I need more items, I will totally do it. So that shirt actually sold with auto posture for $20.44. Actually had it listed for more. It sold for $20.44. So auto posture got me that sale. That sold quick. Yeah, you guys saw it. It did sell quick. It sold super quick. It caught you. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. I found a Grayson polo at TJ Maxx for $7. Just posted to eBay. Starting to learn. Nice. I can't believe you found a Grayson polo at TJ Maxx. That is an awesome find. I've been retail arbitraging like crazy, guys. I actually have one here that I sold, retail arbitrage. But someone asked me about pictures. Yes. So what I do is I take a whole bunch of pictures in my phone. So I take all the pictures. They're all in my phone. And for example, there's like an IB Cool shirt. An IB Cool. It's a women's brand, IB Cool. And have the measurements, everything there. And I'll just list it from my car right after I drop my kids off at school. I have an hour to sit down. And so I'll just list it in my car and I'll list all my stuff. So I have all my pictures on my phone. I list everything from my phone. I take all my pictures from my phone. I do everything on my phone except for this. When should you start using auto posture? Probably when you have 100 items listed, I would use it. I would say 100 items. I think that's kind of what people are saying. 100 items. 100 items. Live thrifting tomorrow, Casey? No, I'm probably not going to go live thrifting tomorrow. I actually am kind of going to plan on listing and taking a lot of pictures tomorrow. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to. Oh, thanks for hitting my goal. I can't see the goal because I'm seeing the whole screen now. But anyways, no live thrifting tomorrow. Sorry, probably. Don't ever count me out, though. Don't ever count me out. Let me go back. So yeah, so there are all my pictures on my phone. So I have them all on my phone. It's also good because if I'm ever, I don't know, I have a 7-year-old and 4-year-old. If one of them's sick and we have to go to a waiting room and we have to sit for 2 hours, I can literally just list from my phone while they're sitting there. So it's been convenient. That's how it worked with my old job. When I'd have prep period, when I'd have 10-minute breaks or whatever, I would list stuff from my phone. There's not a minute during the day that goes by that I'm not like doing something. It's probably bad, but I enjoy it. Let's get back into eBay though. Here's a retail arbitrage right here. This is the last pair. I bought 5 of them late spring. I bought them all for full price at TJ Maxx, and I sold them all for double of what I bought them for. So these Polo Ralph Lauren swim trunks. And you guys know I love Polo Ralph Lauren. They scream like, look at me. I'm wearing floral. Anyways, the 2XLs sold first. I had 2XLs and XLs. The 2XL sold first. I always say bigger the better. Most people know that. But these did sell. So this is the last pair I have of them. And they sold for $42.99. $42.99 on those. New with tags. So I would wait till you have about 100 items. If you cross list and have auto posture and Macari and eBay, maybe less. Maybe less. Okay, going to bed. See you later. Dang it, Casey. Dang. Boo, dang. Sorry. I just got an iPhone 14. The camera is so good. I don't worry about lighting. Yeah, so everyone, I'm the most basic. Like, I'm the most basic person, and I've been doing this for forever. And you guys see, I had 15 sales last night. I literally used my kitchen floor, and I use our kitchen lighting. I don't have any special lighting. The really good lighting makes your pictures look great. As long as you can make your pictures look good no matter what you do. I don't care if it's going outside, getting a lighting kit, or just doing it on the floor in your kitchen. Whatever works for you, works for you. Just have good pictures. That's the only thing that matters. Make sure your pictures are good. So like this one, this was on my kitchen floor. It sounds like a Shaggy song right now, but this is just a kitchen floor picture. There's the screenshot. I mean, that's the thumbnail right there. The picture looks, sorry, up there on Facebook, it looks good. It's so blurry up there. I don't know why, but it's not blurry in real life. But I stood on my kitchen floor, and they used to say have a white background. I don't think it's never bothered my sales not having a white background. Let me make sure it's going to the right person though. Joseph. I always double check. Raise your hand if you've ever sent something to someone that you switch swapped me accidentally many times. So nice. Do you think auto posture will work better if you have an eBay store? I don't think it makes a difference about an eBay store and auto posture. People get caught up like, should I get an eBay store as far as people coming to your store like a brick and mortar? People don't come to your store. They'll go into eBay and they're going to look up a cool shirt, and they're going to find whichever one's the cheapest in their size or that looks the best or the person that has good feedback or whatever, and they're going to buy that. Very, very few times do I have someone go in my store and buy multiple items. Sometimes I have repeat customers. Actually, one of these are, but don't worry about that stuff. So rudimentary. Exactly. Very rudimentary. That's like having taught, that's an important word, rudimentary with my students with the special needs. Everything was like very rudimentary. And that's kind of how like my business is. If you can make it look good without going crazy and spending a ton of time and taking a million pictures and making a description extremely lengthy, don't do it unless you have to. You don't have to do that. A Shaggy song, you know me. I think all the white backgrounds are boring. Yeah, so it's going back and forth. People didn't used to have it, then they said have it, and now it's like back and forth. Do you find white or wood backgrounds better? I've only done wood. Next item. I remember buying these. So there's a story behind these. G-Defy. You guys have probably seen these. I think these are like orthopedic shoes. They're kind of like a little bit rocky, but the tread really good on them. Super good tread. I remember picking these up. My parents were having a garage sale, and the person across the street was having one too. We're having one too. And these were only $3. So I was just walking across the street to like say hi to their neighbors. And I'm like, oh, I'll pick those up for $3. So I bought them for $3. I remember specifically, and they sold for $30.36, which was an auto posture sale. So $30.36, these big old clunkers. Let's see. Just my buying golf shorts. I know, Carol Ann. Those 30. I'm not gonna be selling golf shorts. I know you're Florida, but coming like now, I'm not gonna be listing shorts. Like coming up now. So again, I just put those in the box simply. Again, I'm a 3-inch dude. I'm not 3-inch, but you know what I mean. 3-inch tape dude. Link in my link tree if you're interested, but I love it. You just tape it one time, it's good to go. I learned that when I used to do antiques and shipped in boxes all the time. Heavy stuff, glassware, all that sort of stuff. I love the 3-inch tape. Let's see. I sold some of those for $50 plus shipping. I wish I could get more. Yeah. I think the thrift stores have caught on because our thrift stores have priced those G-Defy up. So G-Defy, Bolo brand, especially if they're in good condition. I don't even know if they were size 13 and they weren't wide. If you get double E or triple E or quadruple E like wide, they bring even better money. So saying, what side of town am I on? I live on the north side, so I grew up on the north side of Indy. This item, the person wanted this item for cheaper than what I had it listed for, and Auto Posture had already sent out offers to people, so I couldn't send them the offer that they wanted. So I just told them, hey, I'm going to manually go in and change the price. They went and bought it right after that. So once Auto Posture sends out sales or offers, you can't change the price until the offers expire after 2 days or whatever it is. So I just went in and manually changed this. Main reason is this is a new with tags, the Beatles. It's just like something they sell at like Spencer's or something. $99 MSRP, whatever that is. You know, I don't even believe in MSRP anymore. But the Beatles, I thought this would sell for sure, like really quick. It didn't. It's been like a year since I've had this, so I was happy to get rid of it for $30. I paid $5.99 for it, so $5.99. Mine were women, size 8.5. There you go. East Side over there. What's up, East Sider? I bought 6 pairs so far, and he had very few set for a while. Yeah. Let me see. What is this going out in, by the way? This is going out in one of these. So this is going to go out. So I have a couple options. I could ship this out in one of my poly mailers that I got from eBay. That I could fit this in, like it's a sweatshirt size, or I could send it in one of these. And I'm deciding to send it in one of these right now because with winter coming, I send a ton of sweaters and sweatshirts in those poly mailers. So I'm going to go ahead and use the free box that I got to put that in. But I will put that in a bag. So I just get bags from Amazon. And if anything's kind of nicer or I don't want anything to happen to it, I'll put it in a bag like this, and then I'll just put it in the box. If you find good shorts, do you not buy them or do you just hold on to them? Yeah, Sarah, good question. So I'm a seasonal seller. So I will pick those shorts up, bring them home and put them in bins and then put them in my storage unit until March 1st. So yeah, of course, I will pick up any spring, any summer, good stuff that I normally pick up any other time of year. I just hoard it until that time of year. So when that time of year comes, I can just pump out. Like if I wanted to, the next 4 weeks, I could probably pump out 50 items a day of just flannels and jeans. Just flannels and jeans. So that's how I'm going to pack that, like that. Throw it in the box and then tape it. By the way, guys, I don't care about follow. I like just helping people, but I am happy. I posted something on IG. Today, I got the shooting gold star on eBay, which means you get 10,000 positive feedback. I've been wanting that star for years and years and years, as you can imagine. So today it hit 10,000 on the dot. I got the gold shooting star. So I was happy about that. That has nothing to do with followers. All that has to do is you're working hard and people are like your business. So they're giving you positive feedback. So I'm happy about that. I could care less about followers and all that stuff. That's what I care about. But I do care about people watching my material online because I want you guys to learn like I did. So awesome. Thanks. Do you put in your notes in your package? I don't put notes in my package. I've thought about that, but I don't. So I don't put notes in my package. It's a nice gesture, especially if you're new. It's something to do. I just got my gold star. Good. Yeah. I mean, I remember especially at first, eBay, like every 100 or 500 or whatever, they give you a new one. So it's really exciting. Like, all right, I got my next one. So yeah. So I have it for you. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. That is something I'm happy about. I was actually planning when that happened to do something like get like a milestone present for myself. I know it sounds stupid, but I don't want to spend the money right now for it. I don't want to spend the money on that right now. Here is a 4XL Under Armour shirt. So 4XL, really good size, obviously good condition too. I sold it for $23.91 auto posture sale. So I probably had it listed for $24.99 and they took the 8% offer. So right now I have 8% offer on auto posture. That's where I'm at right now. So happy for thanks. Kohl's has Levi's marked down to $36, cheaper than stained jeans at Goodwill. User, I know. Isn't that crazy? And I make those videos. That's the only negative. Like, I'm going to release a video on the Ubes of the Tubes, by the way. I'm going to release it probably tomorrow of me going around to different thrift stores and finding stuff, just to keep myself entertained and you guys entertained. And it's kind of like a live all day. And it's funny because, yeah, the Goodwills, their prices are crazy. Some of the prices on jeans are crazy. So you can go to Kohl's and get brand new Levi jeans for $6 or go to Goodwill and get stained ones for $7.99. Tell me. I'm not negative. And that's why I brought that up because in that video, I'm like, I'm all about the drama. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't like drama. I don't like drama at all. But on like all the sites, drama is what sells. I don't want drama. I'm just here to give out good stuff. All right, let's get back. By the way, yes, Kohl's is having a sale. Everyone, Kohl's is having a big sale right now. I think nationwide. So really big, deep discount sales. Buried Treasures was showing off everything he got. He spent like $800. So I did not go. There he is right there. There he is right there. I did not go to Kohl's Buried. I did not go to Kohl's. I'm all talk. I know. But I do have Silver Tab. I have tons of Silver Tab. Look, Barry got a whole bunch of Silver Tab. Guys, this stuff sells Silver Tab because it's like what they used to make. It's the retro, so it's like a throwback. It's like the Jordan coming out with the Jordan that they used to have. Same idea. These things sell for like 40 or 50 bucks. Barry were buying these. He was buying these for like $6 at Kohl's. So that's pretty cool, by the way. So this cool shirt, I listed this morning in my car. It sold for $23.88. $23.88. So I'm happy to get rid of this. I priced it a little bit less than I normally would. Usually it'd be like $27.99, but I want that $27 to use towards something else right now. So I'd rather not sit on this all winter long since the end of the season. Now I turn that $4 into $27, and I can go buy 3 or 4 more shirts and let that add up. So by the time this would sell in the spring, I'd still be sitting on $4, or that $4 would turn into probably like $200 or more probably. So that's my thinking in that. Thanks for the follow, guys. Thanks for everything. I see a lot of people following. I spent $200 today. Buried spent $200 at Kohl's today and saved $2,000. Facebook, did you hear that? So he spent $200 today and the savings were $2,000. That's crazy. Goodwill, you watching this? You watching this? That's nuts. Dave. We might have had some more sales, by the way, guys. Love Silver Tab in the 90s. If you can find the true Silver Tab from the 90s, they're either, they say baggy really big on them. Oh my gosh, those are super. They sell for 50 bucks. Used, tattered condition, doesn't matter. All day long. They're like skater jeans. Let's see. Buried, what'd you grab? Yeah, what'd you grab? What'd you grab? All right, let's see if we have more sales. We do. We have another sale. So we have a sale right here. My organization system, as you guys know, is different than most people's. So I'll show you how I pull an item. So there's your sale. It is a Under Armour polo with a IU, Hoosier IU thing right here. So it's red. So this is how I'm going to look. I have 2 Under Armour bins that are clear that have solid Under Armours. I have 1 stripe, 2 solid. So we're going to look at the solid one first and see if we can find it in the solid one. Right there it is. So I can't make that up. So talk about a bin system. Mine is not like anyone else's. People might come down here and think it's crazy, but I literally can get stuff faster than I think anyone else could, in my opinion. So there it is, that shirt. We just found it like that. So that's how I do stuff. I put all my stuff in bins and like bins. So all my Under Armour that are solid colors like this are in a bin. Stripes are in another bin. Same with Nike. Did I go 13 today? $9.99. I did go 13 today. How many sales today? This will make 16. So 16. You're organized because of teaching. I'm a teacher too, and organized. Yeah, you have to be organized as a teacher, no doubt, or you're gonna fail. The kids will sense it. They're like little predators. They'll sense it and they'll just pounce on you. So let's go ahead and get this order printed. Do you ever do auctions? And if so, what makes you decide if you do that way? Sarah, good question. So yeah, I do auctions only on really rare items. And again, I get that. Some of you guys already know that. I get that from selling antiques in the past. I would sell a lot of rare items, one-offs. For example, if I had a Coogee or a pair of Jinkos or something like that, I'd rather just auction it. There's so many people that have alerts for that item that when it goes up, people will bid on it. You don't have to worry about it not selling. So really rare items I will auction. So if a pair of Jinkos, everyone's asking 200 for them, I auction them, they might go for 150. They might not go for 200. And people always be like, you could have got more. I'm fine. I paid $5 for those. And I'm making 150. So I like doing auctions with really rare items. That's it. That is it. Hopefully that answers your questions. Or your question. Let's see. Yes. Do you put a reserve on your auctions when you do list them? I don't. Not for clothing. When I did antiques, I did. Oh, 10,001. I got one more good feedback. Look at that shooting star. I'm so excited about my shooting star. I know I'm a nerd. Awaiting shipping. So yeah, I just ship. The only thing I do at my computer is shipping. It's the only thing I can do at my computer. I like to do it from my computer because I can refund people if they do combined shipping or whatever. It's a lot easier doing it that way. So print label. All right, so we're gonna print that and we're good. So I don't have to go anywhere. Just grab the item right off my shelf and we're good to go. And I don't put a reserve on my auction. Nope. I don't do that on clothing. I just let it go. In fact, people think I'm crazy because I put 99 cents on a lot of my auctions. Listen, like I said, if you list Jinkos or Kuji, you can start off at 99 cents. It gets a ton of people interested. Like if you look at Sotheby's or Christie's, the big auction houses, we've sold stuff with them before. If they'll put their stuff cheaper than what they'll actually go for. They'll start the auction out cheaper. Everyone knows that. Auctions start out cheap. It gets more people interested, thinking they can get it, and then it always goes for more. So it will go what the market commands it will go for. 999, stop him and say hi if you see him. Yeah, hold on, 999, where are you at? Where do you live at? If you see me, if you guys ever see me, I'll say hi. I will talk. I will talk to anybody. You guys know me. Auctions for unique household items or collectibles from foreign countries. Yes. So collectibles, for example, like this right here is a signed document from James Madison. So the President of the United States, James Madison, original signed document from James Madison. That's something I would auction off. So that's something I do a 7-day auction on. I probably wouldn't start that at 99 cents, but I could have a reserve on it, but that's something I'd auction off. So yeah, something like antique collectible, something like that. So that's what I would do. All right, everybody. I will be in Indy this weekend. Definitely hitting the thrift stores while I'm there. I'm telling you, I would recommend you go to the west or east side. And Carmel is very expensive. They price their stuff really high. You might find good stuff there, though. You still do sometimes. But I appreciate you guys coming in. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Look out for a video I'm going to put out on YouTube probably tomorrow. Again, it's just sit back, relax, type of stuff I used to watch. You're going to maybe find some new brands that you didn't know. It keeps me busy and hopefully teaches you guys some stuff too throughout the day. So do you ever thrift in Bloomington? How is it? I've never thrifted in Bloomington. East side has higher prices too. Okay, so stay on the west side then. West side of Indy. Go to the bins. You can't fail at the bins, right? But yeah, so that's what's up. And I will see you guys on the next one. Appreciate it. Have a good night. I hope you get some good sales. Again, starting at 0 now. So from now until tomorrow night, see how many I get. But I'm going to be listing a lot tomorrow. So get those listings in. Fall items, winter items, start listing them now. Get ahead of the game. Get ahead of the curve. So appreciate it. Good night, everyone. Thank you for your time. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.